Alright everyone, it is time for us to tackle the square-based pyramid. So this is what this looks like. They call it a square-based pyramid because the bottom is a square. It makes it quite simple to remember the name of it. So we have a few different things we need to know about our square-based pyramid. One is what these letters all mean. So let's look at that. The B stands for the base. So that is the base length of our shape. That's this length here. And because it's a square, B and B are the same. They're the same length. So, because on a square, all four sides are the same length, right? So on here, those two distances will be the same. H is our height, so that's straight down the middle of this shape, or straight up the middle, whichever way you want to look at it. That goes straight up the middle of the square-based pyramid, and it stands for your height. Okay, and the S on the side here stands for the slant. So that's the line that goes straight down the middle of this triangle, so right in the middle of the base. Okay, so that stands for slant. Some people call it slant height. In some of your mathletics assignments, it will actually be called the length. So it can be length too. So put an L there, so you can remember if you're going back, you can't remember what is what. Slant can sometimes be called length as well. Okay, so let's look over here at our formula. Our surface area is the total surface area of all how many faces? Well, if we look at it, we've got a base, which is 1, and 4 triangles. So we've got all 5 faces. And our formula here can be kind of confusing because, the b squared is easy because that's the area of your square, right? Area of a square is one side squared. So we've got the b squared equals the base area. Alright, and the 2bs here stands for the area of the triangles, of all 4 triangles. Now you'd think it would be 4 base times height, but there's a little tricky math going on there. So if we did 4, and then the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height or slant, then if you work out the math on that, so if you divide this in half and then multiply it by 4, it's the same as multiplying it by 2. So instead of doing all that extra math, we just cross that off and change it into a 2. It makes our life a whole lot easier. Okay? If that doesn't make sense, come find me and I'll explain it again. Okay, so let's go to our calculations here. Okay, so we've got a surface area equals 2bs plus b squared. Now we need some numbers in order to do this. So let's make our base 4 centimeters. And let's make our slant 10 centimeters. Now for this, we don't need the height length. We don't need it for area. That'll come into play with volume. So we'll look over here, make sure we've got numbers for all of our things. We've got a base length of 4 and we've got a slant length of 10, so we're good to go. Alright, so let's put numbers in. So we've got 2 that we don't need to use yet. Our base length is 4 and our slant length is 10. So that's our B and our S, and then we're going to do b squared, and our b is 4 centimeters. So we did 4 squared, and we've got all our numbers put in. So let's do some math. We're going to look at our order of operations to make sure we're doing things in the right order. So the first thing we need to do is brackets. So I'm going to write that 2 there. 4 times 10 is 40. And we can do exponents now. So 4 times 4, or 4 squared, is 16. Alright, now let's do some, we don't have any division, let's do some multiplication here. So 2 times 4 is 8, so 2 times 40 is 80, plus our 16. No math to do there, okay? Next thing we have is addition. Well, we've got some of that, so let's do that. 80 plus 16 is 96. And like all surface area, we need to make sure we're putting some units in. We look over here, we've got centimeters. And because we are doing a whole space of something and not a straight line, 96 centimeters would be a straight line 96 centimeters long. But we're doing a whole area of something, so we need to put in that little 2 to make sure that we are telling people that we're doing centimeters squared, which fills in a space instead of a straight line. Okay? If you have any questions on that, you can review this, do it again, or you can come and find me and I can help you out with it again. If you think you got it, you can head on over to Mathletics and get your surface area for the square base pyramid assignment completed.